Hello and welcome to this special St. Patrick's Day edition of Game Reviews by James. Today I'm going to be taking a look at possibly the only St. Patrick's Day themed video game called Leprechaun, an arcade game from 1982. So grab yourself some Lucky Charms or a Guinness if you so desire, and we'll get started.
Leprechaun is an arcade game from 1983. It was developed by Tong Electronic and Moppet Video and was later released as Pot of Gold by a company called Game Plan Inc., but both games are identical. The creators of this game must have had leprechauns on the mind when they built it, because the cabinet doesn't even stand 4 feet tall. An average-sized person would probably have to sit on a chair to play this, but after further research, I discovered that this game was intended for children. Never seen this machine before? Well, you're not alone. It's already an obscure enough game, but there's even a rumor that there are only 8 working machines. Well, let's get into the story of the game. It's not much. You control a young sleuth, and you are trying to steal a leprechaun's pot of gold. Once you get the pot of gold, you get all the gold in the pot and you move on to the next stage. The title screen has a large rainbow going into a pot of gold, and I think that's a pretty cool touch. Once you pop a quarter in, your game starts. The gameplay is about as simplistic as an Atari 2600 game, which isn't a bad thing if it's done well. In this game's case, I think it's done alright. The longer you run from the leprechaun and the more trees you touch, the more money you will get when you touch the pot of gold. There are houses in each level that you can touch that will warp you to another part of the stage. If the leprechaun beats you to the pot of gold, he can pick it up and move it. There's no background music though, and the sound effects wear on your ears quickly. There's even a 2-player mode. I think it would have been a neat touch to have the second player control a red-shirted sleuth instead of one with a blue shirt like player 1. So the players wouldn't get confused, but it's really no big deal. It's better than having only 1-player mode, I guess. One thing I like about this game is that each level is named something Irish. It's just a nice touch that immerses you into the game. I also like how the sleuth jumps into the pot of gold like Scrooge McDuck. This game is innocent enough, but for some reason I always thought the leprechaun chasing you is an evil leprechaun. But maybe it's because I've watched too many of the Warwick Davis leprechaun movies. Overall though, I think this game is way too easy. It takes a long time before the difficulty picks up. But like I said, this game was made for kids, so it makes sense that it isn't really that hard. So pretty much that's all I can say about this game. I just thought it'd be interesting to put my 2 cents about it, seeing as it is the only St. Patrick's Day game I've ever heard of. Thanks for watching this episode of Game Reviews by James. Stay lucky and have a happy St. Patrick's Day.